How big is the decline in sperm concentration?
Well, the decline is very significant, large, and continuing, and accelerating faster than we had expected. So basically, the number of sperm in a sample has decreased by slightly over 50% since 1972. And more alarmingly, if you go in the look in the last since 2000, that rate has actually doubled compared to the decline since 1972. So it's a very sharp decline in sperm count and concentration.
Over a relatively short amount of time as well. What's going on then? What's behind it?
Well, it's complicated, like many things, and there's certainly a role for what we call lifestyle factors. That's how much stress the man is under, and how much alcohol he drinks, and smoking, and his diet, and so on and so forth. How if he's obese, those are all things that can lower his sperm count. But on top of that, studies have shown that when the man is exposed to things that can affect his body's hormones, which we call endocrine disrupting chemicals, then this affects his sperm count. And it's actually a strongest effect when it's the mother who's exposed to these chemicals while she's carrying this male offspring. So we're really seeing something now that was set up when the man who's in his 20s, 30s, 40s was in utero those many years ago.
What sort of chemicals are these then, Shannon? Where do you find them usually?
So these are chemicals that are in everyday products. A big class of them are the chemicals in plastic called plasticizers, right? And one class of plasticizers are the phthalates, and those make plastic soft. So think a baby bottle or a shower curtain, rubber ducky, those are phthalate containing plastics. And then there are chemicals that make plastic hard, the sort of the other side of that story. And that's maybe making a hard water bottle or a hard baby bottle. Yeah. And those are the bisphenols. And so the tricky thing is that the phthalates lower testosterone, which interferes with the development of the reproductive tract. And the phenols, bisphenol A, for example, actually increases estrogen. So you have these two things going on, which are both bad for the reproductive health of the offspring or the adult if they're exposed in adulthood.
Is this fall in sperm counts happening all over the world, Shanna, or are there some places where the decline is greater?
So we actually have seen this worldwide now in this recent study. And unfortunately, there are not enough studies to say exactly country by country where it's worse or where it's better, because we don't have that fine-grained data to look at. So I don't know, but where we have looked at it, and that's everywhere that there are studies, we see, I would say, a similar decline.
And significantly, the 8th billionth baby was born this week. What are the implications then of declining sperm counts on future world populations?
Yeah, so there certainly are a lot of people in the world. This is now a big headline about the number of people, but the babies that are born now are going to be with us for a long time. And what's happening to the shape of the population is that more and more people are living longer and fewer babies are being born. So what this means is that ultimately there are not going to be enough young people to support the older people that are living longer and longer. So the population pyramid is going to be inverted, and that's going to have a lot of implications for social programs. And also, I should point out that people who have low sperm count or infertile, men or women, tend to have a shorter lifespan. So you have both of these things going on and causing problems for populations. Yeah.
So can this trend of declining sperm counts be reversed?
Yes, it could if there were several generations that were unexposed to things that damage sperm. So it is recoverable but it's unlikely that we're going to stop using these chemicals or stop being stressed or stop being obese. So while in principle, if we were to change our lifestyle and suddenly change the chemicals that are coming into our body, I think we could do something. And that's been done in animal studies. You can show in animal studies you can turn this around. But to get people to do this, that's another story.